Most people think they are healthy. Why is that a dangerous assumption?
Because I think in our culture there's two really major things happening that I call illusion and unawareness. So under illusion, one of the biggest things is that people don't know how to interpret what's going on in their body anymore and what symptoms really mean. We get in this mindset of silencing symptoms, and then it drives it deeper into our body and we start seeing other things happen. So this illusion that either if you just externally are fit, or because you're exercising, or you think you're eating healthy, that everything under the surface is going okay. There's people who, we hear all kinds of things where it was like, oh my gosh, they just died overnight. We have no idea how that happened. Well, if you know how to interpret your body, you don't have any surprise visits or surprise things like that happen. So there is no such thing as spontaneous illness. And the illusion that you're healthy just because maybe you don't have, a diagnosis, or you're not physically completely put under every day because of some suffering. If you are, then that's an obvious one. And that's where we really need to get into this idea that your body can heal anything. So anything it's really saying to you is really important to listen to. So this illusion of health that we have, which is that we should accept any ailment as the norm, and it's not. There is no ailment. Anything your body's out of balance with, it's trying to tell you something. So if you choose to ignore it, you're going to have bigger problems down the road. So when people say to me, oh, I'm healthy because I exercise, your physical outside layer is not the best indicator of health. You have to actually know what's going on behind the scenes. You have to know how to pull back that curtain and really assess what kind of risk factor you're at based on how much you've taken care of your body. The other thing is unawareness. We have 80,000 more chemicals in our environment now than we ever did before, and only in a short 40 years, that nobody really has any idea. And it's hitting us from every angle. And from our food supply to our water supply, to literally our air, everything, even our body care products, watching people pour on sunscreen, having zero connection to what's in that sunscreen that is literally proven in laboratories to cause things like cancer. So there's just a total disconnection, and a lot of it's just unawareness, because much of those problems have been happening without really people being aware. We didn't get the option to choose what's in those. We have mass factory farming and producing of animals, things like that. So we're getting bombarded with it. So if you every day are spraying chemicals, lathering up with chemicals on your body, and you're eating chemicals, you're drinking chemicals, then why are we shocked when we have ailments, right? These are things that our body doesn't even know how to deal with. In fact, there's many scientists who've come forward who said we don't even know how to deal with these chemicals we've created. So we have such a bigger problem in our culture, mostly because there's just this unawareness. It's not necessarily that people are ignorant, but we're not asking good questions, and we're not reading labels, and we're just blindly trusting anything that goes in our mouth. But what's amazing to me is if I put all of those chemicals in separate bottles and put them under your kitchen sink, you wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole, right? Because it's labeled correctly. So all of those chemicals are being spread out among everything else that we're touching. So that is, that's the illusion of health. That's the unawareness issue that we have. So you can't really say you're healthy unless you really know how to assess all of that, and you really become aware of what's going on and what load your body's taking on. So those are two great ways to start really taking control of your health.